again, and welcome to the Picks and Ponderings video preview of the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. I'm Nicolle Neulist. My partner in crime, Paul Mazur, is here as well. You can find me at Rogue Clown on Twitter. You can find Paul at Hey Laserbeam on Twitter. You can find us both at Picks Ponderings on Twitter, as well as on the Picks and Ponderings blog. Paul?
We get to the Filly and Mare Turf, a race with a large field going 1 mile and 3/16, a distance I don't think we've ever seen for the Filly Mare Turf. It's always been 1.25 miles, 1 mile and 3/8, but now we're going to go 1 mile and 3/16, and I think that's going to make for a very interesting running of the BC Filly Mare Turf.
No, I agree. It's going to make it an interesting running of the Filly and Mare Turf. I don't know about you. I know it's been one of your refrains through the course of the year, and at least on the case of this race, I'm pretty much right there with you as far as being underwhelmed by most of the American offerings, and I'm going to be leaning pretty heavily on the European contingent here. What about you?
I think a lot of people in turf media or in handicapping have a case of amnesia, in the sense that all we heard last year was, oh, the Filly and Mare Turfers aren't that good. Oh, the Filly and Mare Turfers aren't really good. And then Lady Eli comes along and people say, Lady Eli is wonderful. Lady Eli is awesome. Lady Eli's not racing. She has bigger battles to fight off the track. And now we get the same cast of characters, and there's hardly a word about the quality of this year's Filly and Mare Turf division. It's relatively the same. We've got familiar faces again, like Stephanie's Kitten. We've got Euros to come along, but the same argument the same people that were last year saying the Filly Mare Turf group isn't that good last year are really quiet this year, and I think that's one, a testament to how good Lady Eli was, and two, a little bit of amnesia.
Yeah, I mean, Lady Eli would have been exciting to see here. She would have been exciting to see in the Beverly D. Like you said, she's got bigger battles to fight. Fortunately, it sounds like her fight is going well. That said, turning back our attention to this race, a lot of the talk has been about Legatissimo. And am I going to use her? Yes. Do I think she's the class of the Euros? Yes. Do I think she's a single? No. And that gets me to my play horse here, and that's Miss France. I don't see a whole lot of speed in this race, and I see Miss France as one of the few who could possibly dictate the pace. I mean, who else is likely to even try and make all? Santiro Italia has wired a race once. She's still done a little bit more of her stuff just off, and I think she's a perfectly good 3-year-old, but I don't love her. I particularly don't love her after not firing all that well against a field that she should have manhandled in the QE2. Here she steps up against older. Anyway, going back to Miss France, I think she's a legitimate contender here. She comes in second off of a very long layoff, has shown very nice versatility of pace, run well near the front, run well to the back, has some serious European company lines, a lot of 7 furlong mile races. She has some form over soft turf. If you go to that race last year at Deauville, she finished second, beaten less than a length in a mile over soft turf against Esoterique, who is a serious mile horse. And she's at least tried 1 mile and 5/16. That was last year. Looks like she's coming into this race in good form, kind of knocked the rust off of her, and she's got a shot to upset, and she's going to be a lot better price than Legatissimo.
B5, you sunk my battleship, because Miss France is my play horse too. I like the fact that Frankie Dettori is going to get on this Andre Fabre trainee that's quoted at 6-1 on the morning line. Yes, Legatissimo is going to take a lot of attention because of the desultory nature of the, yes, I finally said the D word, desultory. desultory nature of the American Filly Mare Turf contingent. There are signs that this is a horse that has done well over soft ground. You mentioned that start last summer at Deauville. We also have the fact that we also have a horse that's going to go third off the layoff. We have Euros that sometimes come in with longer campaigns. 5, 6, 7 starts is a long campaign by Euro standards. Now we got one that took the long layoff, made the 2 starts of Longchamp in September and in October. The second start in the group 2 there against males. Keep in mind that last start was against males or open company, depending on how you want to word it. And was second to a horse I'm pretty high on, and that's Impassable, who goes in the Breeders' Cup Mile. These are live humans bringing over a quality horse that's not going to be favored. That's why Miss France is my play.
No, I'm right there with you. That's why she's my play horse in this field too. And as for my pass, sometimes the pass is as simple as pointing out someone who just looks a little outclassed here. There are quite a few of those, I think, in this field, but the one I'm going to go with, just because she has won her last 2 starts, is Photo Call. Photo Call has won her last 2 starts. She won the Violet at Monmouth. She then went to Santa Anita, won the Rodeo Drive there. And yeah, that was a grade 1 race, but against Electrum, Stormy Lucy, horses who aren't quite the quality that she's going to face here. The waters are going to get deeper, and even though she can go close-ish to the pace, something that won't hurt her in this field, I question her ability to going as soft as she's going to see here at Keeneland, and I question what she beat, and I can't put her anywhere near the picture, so my pass is Photo Call.
My pass is the very first horse on the page, and that's Hard Not to Like. I find Hard Not to Like hard to like. If we were professionals, we would have a sound effect that says womp womp. Thank you. Hard Not to Like's best game is on firm turf. Her best wins this year came in the Gamely over that somewhat pace sports Santa Anita course, and when she nosed out Tepin in the Diana at Saratoga. Those wins came on firm ground. Her last start out in the Rodeo Drive, beaten by your Throat horse Photo Call, typifies a couple things. One, maybe she's going a little bit off form after getting on a good roll in the summer, and the other is that her non-firm turf starts. Remember, we're looking at good to soft conditions for this Breeders' Cup. Haven't been all that inspiring. Look back at 2013 at the Dance Smartly. She was off the board then. Look back also to the Jenny Wiley this year at Keeneland. Okay, she was third, but that was a weaker grade 1. The Gamely was not the strongest of grade 1s. It's the same reason you're throwing out Photo Call. I'm just picking another Southern California grade 1 winner. I'm picking Hard Not to Like as a toss because I question how she's going to handle yielding her soft turf.
So just to circle, I can't disagree with you. Hard Not to Like is probably going to be an even shorter price than Photo Call just because of she has a little more grade 1 behind her, but I'm not using Hard Not to Like either. She is hard to like here. That's bad. It's low-hanging fruit, but I'm 100% with you there. So just to sum things up, I went for my play is the 9, Miss France. And my pass is the 5, Photo Call.
For me, the play is Miss France as well from Post 9, and the rail-drawn Hard Not to Like is my pass. Thank you for watching our Picks and Ponderings video preview series.